Photo credit, Alberto Gonzalez Rovira. Free practice 1 got underway in windy conditions in Shanghai. And with the threat of rain on the way, the teams were keen to get out on the track. Williams were first to post a time, but it wasn't until the half-hour mark we saw the first benchmark set by Mercedes. The rain arrived, but it was only a light drizzle. However, the wind was causing stability problems for the drivers, with Verstappen, Hamilton and Vandoorne all leaving the track at various points. Despite the weather, every team got a good amount of laps under their belt, and it was Hamilton who came out on top. His 0.3 gap over Raikkonen notable for being achieved on the harder compound tire, the Finn opting for the ultrasofts. Bottas was next 0.4 back, just ahead of the Red Bull pair of Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen, also on the ultrasofts. Kevin Magnussen brought his Haas home in 7th while teammate Romain Grosjean had to settle for 9th place. The Renaults also ignored the ultrasoft option, with Carlos Sainz and Nico Hülkenberg finishing 8th and 10th, respectively. Free Practice 1 classification at F1. Free Practice 2 proved to be much tighter and finished with just a tenth of a second separating 1st and 4th. The session was held in cloudy conditions, but the rain held off long enough for plenty of quick laps and some longer runs. With everyone now on the ultrasoft tires, a clearer picture was being formed as the teams looked to get their times in early. Again, it was Hamilton who recorded the fastest time, but there was only 7 thousandths between him and Raikkonen. Both drivers were pushing hard, and both left the track during the session as they searched for the limits of grip in the cool weather. Bottas finished within 0.03 of his teammate, while Vettel was just a tenth behind the pace-setter. Max Verstappen had a good session, clocking just 0.3 behind the Brit, and Renault would have been pleased with Nico Hülkenberg's 6th and Carlos Sainz's 8th. Those two were split by Kevin Magnussen in the Haas, while Daniel Ricciardo was a little off the pace in 9th. McLaren showed that they still have plenty of catching up to do, Fernando Alonso propping up the top 10. Among those that struggled for grip were Williams' Lance Stroll and Haas' Romain Grosjean, who both ended up facing the wrong way in the tricky conditions. The forecasted rain eventually arrived with just 10 minutes to go, giving a few drivers the chance to try out their intermediates. Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Brendan Hartley, Marcus Ericsson and Fernando Alonso were amongst those to brave the wet. The only real casualty of the session was Stoffel Vandoorne, who pulled over with a loose tire once again, raising question marks over the safety of the current pit stop system. Any thoughts that one team might dominate here have been quashed, and we can look forward to a tight qualifying session in which the weather could also play a part. At F1, can the Silver Arrows regain ground on the prancing horses this weekend? We would love to hear your opinion. Want to share your opinion? Why not write for us? Previous post, previous, next post, next.